Hi, and welcome to the Mustang Roundup. I'm Coach Mike Benton of the Ridgeview Mustangs, Ridgeview High School, Colfax, Illinois. On October 14th, we took on the DMAC Chiefs. DMAC came into this game with a record of 7-0. They're ranked number 4 in Class 2A. So we knew it was going to be a tough one. We knew we'd have our work cut out for us in order to beat these guys, and we certainly weren't up to the challenge. During the game, DMAC was pretty much able to move the ball and score whenever they wanted to. There were a couple of instances where we did a pretty good job of slowing them down, but for the most part they were able to break off some big runs against us, just like they have everyone else this season. Early in the game, we moved the ball a little bit, got a first down, and before we were stopped. And like I said, a few sporadic plays here and there. This play here, our interior line does a pretty good job. Jordan Zielsdorf comes down, makes a nice tackle from his linebacker spot on Brandon Evans, their outstanding running back. Josh Weir did a pretty good job of punting throughout the night. We were able to, this one took a really nice bounce, and we were able to down it inside of their 20, about the 14-yard line, which was had a couple punts like that. This play they were trying to pass here, and almost picked off by Brian Hunt. Brian does a nice job of breaking on the ball there, just couldn't quite haul it in. And then Tyler Maxwell blocks the punt and then picks up the loose ball. And first play after we blocked their punt, Wes Young, junior fullback, runs a trap, pretty good blocking from his teammates. Takes it in for 6. And that was pretty much our offense for the first half. At that point in the game, we were down 22-6. Again, it's a good example, good pass defense here. We're able to keep the quarterback somewhat contained, and he didn't really have anybody to throw to there. Good job here, good tackle by Junior Austin Horsham. Next play, Tyler Maxwell jumps up, knocks the ball down. Nice job by him. Jonah Long played quarterback in the second quarter quite a bit. The other quarterback was shaken up. And Jonah does a nice job here hitting Wes Young out in the flat. And here he hits Wes Young again under a lot of duress, able to gain a couple of yards. They tried their little counter. I thought we did a pretty good job of defending that. On that one, we ran upfield a little too far, but for the most part, did a pretty nice job. This is a good play here by Andrew Christensen, senior defensive back, forces a fumble, and Matt Barnes recovers. And pretty much our best play of the night was the trap. We were able to get a few yards running traps at them. They were very aggressive, ran upfield quite a bit, and so trap was there. Off tackle play there. Junior Josh Weir does a nice job running the football. And run a counter here. Sophomore running back. He's actually a receiver. He plays some running back. Christian Fannin does a nice job. Christian had a good night running the ball. Quick pass out here in the flat to senior Ben Tracy. One of our few completions of the night. Good job there by Matt Barnes cleaning up on the running back. And there's the counter. And like I said, we did a pretty nice job of defending that counter throughout the night. Christian Fannin makes a nice tackle there, strings him out, makes a nice tackle. Good improvisation here by our quarterback, Jonah Long, as he hooks up with Josh Weir. Second half started not very well for us. Didn't get a very good return on this kickoff. Started off at about our own 24-yard line and ended up punting. And the second half, once they had a pretty good sized lead, they played their reserves, a lot of their reserves. You can see they've still got a few of their starters on the field, but for the most part, DMAC's in a position where their reserves are all juniors, so they don't dress any freshmen or sophomores up to their varsity. So I thought we did a pretty good job against their reserves. In fact, we moved the ball quite effectively against them. Most of the problems we had were self-inflicted problems. Here, Wes Young, another nice run on the trap play. And yet another trap play. Wes finished the night with 71 yards on 10 carries, so he was our leading rusher. Defensively, like I said, in the second half, we were able to get some reserves in as well. Logan Johnson there at defensive tackle did a pretty nice job for us all night. I thought our kids did pretty well in the second half. They responded. We challenged them a little bit at halftime, told them we needed to play better, and came out and did a nice job in the second half. Put together a drive, a little bit of a drive here, and did a pretty good job. Josh Weir on the carry here. After a fumbled exchange, they got the ball back. We did a pretty nice job of slowing them down here on this series. Run the little buck sweep at us, and kid runs it down from behind. That was a nice job there. And then the belly play, our linebacker Matt Barnes and Jordan Zielsdorf did a nice job of stopping that play. And on the counter play here, senior Thomas Grenton comes through and makes a nice tackle for loss. Pretty good gain here, about 6-7 yards from Wes Young. And Christian Fannin, sophomore running back, does a really nice job here. Gains about 8-9 yards on off tackle play. Again, just straight ahead dive play. Wes does a nice job picking up some yards, staying with his blocks. And then Josh does a nice job here staying behind his blockers and picks up about 6-7 yards. Same play, pretty much. Christian does a nice job. We have some reserves in. Dylan Russman. Also, Levi Kern did a nice job, and he came in at left guard for us. And those guys don't get to play as much. Dylan's coming off a broken collarbone. I thought he did a nice job. Christian Fannin's able to score the touchdown there. And Kent Hinesley makes the tackle there. Nice job by Kent. He's a senior, the reserve player, doesn't get to play much, and good job by him in the game there. All in all, second half, I thought we played better. Hopefully next week we can have a better performance against the Leroy Panthers. Stay tuned for next week's show.